What's up guys, Stang90 here. Today I got a build on the Magic Dragonknight. Now I've had a little bit of fun playing with this build. I didn't think that I would like Magic Dragonknight. It's probably one of the more difficult magic classes to play. Probably the most difficult magic class to play, in my opinion. But also the most rewarding and the most fun. So let's get into it. On my character sheet, we're going to have 64 points into magic, nothing into health or stamina. You'll notice that the spell damage is low. That won't be an issue because when we get into our gear, you'll see why. We're going to run the Thief Mundus Stone for extra critical strike chance, and we are going to use max health and max magic. That is going to be the best food that you can run. If you run recovery food, which you can, you're going to see a big DPS loss. So you're going to want to run max health and max magic for best results. Let's get into our gear now. We are going to use 2-piece Inferno, or two Magnus Inferno staffs. Damn, sorry, it's 2 in the fucking morning, and I'm having trouble trying to spit out what the hell I'm trying to say. 2 Inferno staffs. The back Inferno staff you can slot in for a restoration staff for healing for more difficult content, or if you're running with a pug group and the group finder and the motherfucker says he's a healer when he's not a healer. Yeah, you know how all that shit goes. Anyways, we want to run sharpened on both of those, and we're gonna run the spell damage enchant on the first one and the magic return on the second one, because sustain is pretty difficult on this particular character. 2-piece Groth Dart. This is insanely powerful, probably the most powerful 2-piece monster set. We'll probably be expecting to see it nerfed soon, which I'm sure everyone's heard. You probably see a lot of Magic DKs run this. This is the best set to run as a Mag DK. You have to have it. Now you will want divines on all your traits. Obviously I am running well fitted because for purposes of this build video, Here is where our spell damage pops right up. This is the burning spell we set found in the city of Ash. 2-piece adds max magic, 3 adds spell damage, 4-piece adds spell critical, and 5-piece adds 20% chance to apply the burning status effect, increasing your spell damage by 579 for 8 seconds. Now it says this effect can occur once every 12 seconds, but that 12 seconds also counts the 8 seconds that it is up. So for the 8 seconds it runs, 4-second cooldown, and then it will pop right back up. Trust me, this procs all the time, along with the Groth Dart pops all the time. I mean, this shit will be popping left and right. Now, the reason we're running 4-piece Magnus is, like I said, sustain is very hard. If you do not have trouble with sustain, if you've been playing Magic DK for a while and you know how to manage it better than my bitch ass does, then you could run a 3-piece instead of jewelry. Down here you could run a 3-piece, infallible Aether, yeah, for max DPS, or willpower if you don't have access to the infallible Aether. Also a good set. We're gonna run divines and magic enchant on all these. You will want spell damage enchant on your jewelry. Let's get into our skills now. This is going to be the back bar, by the way. Burning Embers. This does a nice dot over time, plus it does some monster healing. You could pretty much heal up to full. Look at that, healing you for 73% of the damage inflicted. That's an amazing heal. Inferno, we run this. This is the little fireball that we're going to run for extra critical. Now, ideally you would want to run in the Mages Guild. The Mages Guild, the Mage Light, for extra crit, and it's going to give you the 5% extra magic through the Mage Flight passives, which I do not have unlocked. I literally grinded this character up. For class passives, you will want to run pretty much everything in the DK class, because they are all very good and pertain to the skills that we will be using. Now the ones that, like Eternal, no wait a second. Yeah, the ones like these that restore stamina, you're not really going to need, because we're playing a magic class. But I do recommend getting all passives in the DK tree. As far as race goes, we're running Dark Elf due to the fire damage passive, and you're increasing max magic and stamina, resistance to flames, so you could even run Vampire if you wanted to, and increasing your flame damage by 7%. You could run High Elf. I believe they get a 4% bonus to flame and shock. But for number one best results, you'll want to run Dark Elf. For champion points, we go to 100 into Magician, 87 into Arcanist, 53 into Elfborn, 89 into Elemental Expert, 18 into Spell Erosion. Now I do Spell Erosion because most of the time I'm running solo play, so a lot of times you're not going to have a tank stripping the armor off of NPCs for you, so you will want to put some points into Spell Erosion. We go over here, we're going heavy into Thaumaturge because this build is mainly based off laying dots down and keeping damage over time abilities on the enemy, so this is why we pump heavy into Thaumaturge. We go 88 Hardy, 89 into Elemental Defender, and we go 10 into Quick Recovery, because that also gives us the field position while resurrecting another player, reducing damage you take by 15%. Alright guys, as far as combat goes, I'm still working on a rotation. I'm still practicing the mag DK. But essentially what I'll do is I will use Molten Armaments, put on the little Firebolt, and charge in with a heavy attack. Slice, Wall of Elements, Spark Swap, Fire Breath, Eruption, Whip. It's pretty straightforward, but then again, under combat, you know, it gets a little bit more difficult. Anyways, we'll see if we can find another little dude up here, so we can throw down the Standard of Night and show you what the damage it does. Here we go. We're going to hit him with that, so we get the Ardent Flame buff. You see the arms are glowing, so now we get the Spell Weave buff. And look at his health just drop. As Grostar pops, and he's done for. There you go, guys. Very fun. Difficult, probably, like I said, probably the most difficult class to play at the moment, but also the most powerful and most rewarding once you get the hang of it. Anyways, guys, hope you all enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a thumbs up, and we'll see you on the next video. I'm going to bed, motherfuckers.